to building reports in Fusionware. Now, the report builder in Fusionware is best for real-time data within a few months. So this isn't going to be the type of reports that you're going to want to do for an entire year. This is going to be for maybe a quarter at a time. So let's go here to our report builder. You go into reports and build custom report. And then you have different queries, different lookups that you can pull from within Fusionware. So the different areas of Fusionware with the data is where it can pull from. And for this case, I want to track payments that have been received by customers. So I'm going to use the payments query, and I'm going to give my report a title. And let's do payments by customer. And we don't have any report type set up yet. So there's no information for this table because of my date range. There's nothing within that range. So I'm going to go back here a couple months. I don't have a lot of data in here, so I'm going to go back to December. You can see I've got 6 total items. And it's just drag and drop. So I'm going to pull in the order number. I'm going to pull in my payment amount. Now we can sum total one of these columns. And because I want to know what the payment amounts are, I'm not going to have that as one of my columns. I'm going to have that as my sum total. And I'm going to select here payment amount. Now I can drag this out of here, and so that I can utilize that far right column. So we want some more information in here. Let's pull in our check number, customer name, and let's get a date in here. So we're going to do payment date. Now I can rearrange these as well just by clicking on this and pulling this up. And so now that we have our report built, I did one more adjustment. Let's do save report. Now we're going to go into settings and custom reports. So now we can see this payment by customers is showing up here. And we can click on here and we'll see that we don't have a report type. So here on the far right, we can add report types. So I'm going to do one for accounting. I'm going to do one for orders, and I'm going to do one for our shipping department. So we need to make sure all those are added. And now we're going to go in here to custom reports. And so sometimes we add these things, we need to refresh the page. So it's going to show up in our drop-down header here in reports. Now we can see we've got those 3 different report type categories that are showing up. So I need to assign this one to one of them for it to show up in our drop-down. And as we select that, accounting, there is payments by customer. And now this is what the report actually looks like. So we need to go and adjust our date range here. That's going to pull us back to December. Payments by customer, we've got December to May. And you can see everything's pulling up here. Now let's say it's a scenario we want to adjust a couple things for this report. We click this show button, and that allows us to now edit the report. And these edits will automatically save to the report. So whatever changes you make on here, that is going to now be a part of the report. So now I've just selected Walmart. I just want to print out their information. And so I'm going to go ahead, and I don't want to save that, so I'm going to just select these back. But we have 2 options here, the report and permissions. And so permission shows the users. This is just my test account, so it's just me and a test user, a test you. You can see they do not have access to show it, they can't export it, and they cannot edit it. So you can give just read-only permissions to certain users based on their level. So now I can print this into PDF or to a printer, or I can export this to Excel. So the report title is the file name, I've got that on my other screen here. Let me drag it over. Enable editing. Now we can customize this report, put it into a pivot table, or however you want to play around with those numbers. So remembering this is for short periods of time, for smaller data sets, usually a couple months if you have a lot of orders in the system. And this has been using the report builder in Fusionware.